where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Flash fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. Today we are reviewing the new and fourth and final figure in the year-long Flashpoint Build-A-Figure wave, featuring Flashpoint Cyborg as this year's year-long Build-A-Figure. We have Wonder Woman from the Flashpoint comic, and this was definitely one of the figures that were high up on a lot of fans' lists for characters that they hoped to see in this wave of figures. Honestly, overall, it was a really, really solid wave. All four figures were pretty awesome. I mean, we got a really cool looking Aquaman, we got Project Superman, and while we did get Flash, which I was hoping we would get a more Flashpoint unique character, it's one of the best Flash figures in the entire DC Multiverse line. So there is that. And to finish it all off, here we have Wonder Woman to face off against Aquaman, the slayer of Mira in that timeline, the queen of Themyscira, and one of the main figureheads as to why there's an apocalypse happening in that timeline. So here she is in the packaging. She looks really awesome. I love that helmeted head sculpt that she's got there. It looks pretty cool. I've also heard some other fans say they wish that she came with an alternate head. I also wish she came with an alternate head with the Queen Mira crown atop her head. That would have been really awesome in addition. But there she is. She comes with the final bath piece, which is Cyborg's head there at the top. On the side, you've got Wonder Woman. On the back, you've got an image of Cyborg once again. Now, don't be confused by this right here. Don't be confused. Only the head comes with Wonder Woman. I know on the back it says she also comes with his little shoulder armor bits, but if you remember, the torso piece that came with, Aquaman. The torso piece that came with Aquaman already had them on there. They were already pre-attached, and after playing with it, you can remove them. They just peg on. So I wonder if they originally intended, I mean, obviously they originally intended to put these pieces with Wonder Woman, and then I guess just for some reason, maybe in the production stage, they just assembled them on there and just put the whole torso piece in there with Aquaman anyway. I don't know what the case is, but only the head comes with Wonder Woman, despite the back of the packaging saying that she comes with both the head and these shoulder bits. She doesn't come with the shoulder pads. They were already on the torso. So if you get yours and you think you're missing pieces, you aren't. You have all the pieces if you've been picking up the other three figures in preparation for this one. So yes, you do have a complete Cyborg. If you picked her up, you're not missing anything. She only has the head. And here is Wonder Woman out of the packaging, and she looks awesome. Look at that helmet. Look at those fins there on top of the helmet. It looks so cool. You got the full armor here. You got the big white cape. You got the Wonder Woman W on her torso. She comes with this awesome sword, which she can, of course, wield in her hand, like so. And what's also cool is you have just enough space in her belt loop here to where you can put the sword in her belt as well, which I also really like. She is fully articulated, head is on a ball joint, fully articulated shoulders, and luckily these are soft rubbery plastic enough to where it doesn't really hinder that shoulder movement too bad, which is really nice because sometimes those capes do. Upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrist joints, waist, hips, inner socket thigh joints, double jointed, single jointed knees. You have a swivel just at the top of the knee here. You have a full ankle joint as well, even though it's inside the boot, which is kind of interesting that they concealed the ankle joint within the boot, but it feels like you still get a pretty decent range of motion despite that. I wonder if we're going to start seeing more ankle joints like this in the future, and I'm definitely open to it. That's kind of interesting. We'll see how they do. And then, of course, you have that mid-foot joint, like always, and that's pretty much it for articulation. In all honesty, I think this is the best figure of the wave. She looks awesome. She has a decent accessory, awesome head sculpt, sweet armor set. I mean, in my opinion, this is probably the strongest figure in the wave. I like her a lot. I am a big fan of Wonder Woman designs where she's in full suits of armor like this. I love the armored up Wonder Womans. They look so cool, especially when she's got like a big kind of regal look to her like this one kind of does, and kind of like the death metal version of Wonder Woman, which is one of my top favorite Wonder Woman designs of all time. Super, super cool. This is definitely one of them. I dig this a lot. I also like how her hair's hanging out at the bottom of the helmet right there, and I like how serious she looks. For comparison, here she is next to Aquaman, her arch nemesis from this timeline. Here she is next to Project Superman. So you can see them side by side. And here she is next to Barry. So you can see the two of them side by side. And that's pretty much it for the main figures in this wave. Here is her data profile card. So you've got some awesome artwork of Wonder Woman there. Words and things on the back. Real name, Queen Diana. Merciless and bloodthirsty, Wonder Woman of the Flashpoint timeline rules the island of Themyscira as queen. Following a forbidden affair with Atlantean Emperor Aquaman, Wonder Woman violently decapitates his wife Mera. She then appropriates Mera's royal helm as a warning to those who oppose her and declare war upon Atlantis and its people. The ensuing battle results in the deaths of over 30 million people, as nearly all of Europe is flooded by Emperor Aquaman's wrath. That's a lot. And that explains the fins on the helm. I totally forgot that's Mera's helmet. Of course it is. So, honestly, way cooler than a crown anyway. Way cooler than a crown. I forgot in the movie they changed it. So, anyway, that's awesome. And it's actually about the character, which you know I like when it comes to these data profiles. Time for the Build-A-Figure. Alright, starting off with the torso, here we have Cyborg. Let's go ahead and start with the legs because they are the biggest pieces of the bath. Just going to line up those pegs there, line up the socket, push it in. I think that's in decently good enough. Do the same thing over here, line that up, push that in, pop it into place. Let's go ahead and put that other panel back on since we... Actually, you know what? We're going to leave those off while we put on the arms because it's probably going to make putting on the arms easier. So here we have the right arm, which is his cannon arm here. Ball joint socket right there. Just pop that into place. Same thing with the left arm, just pop that into place. And let's go ahead and pop that head on because it'll probably be easier than trying to fight with those and knock them off as well. So once again, ball joint, just line that up, pop that onto place. He actually snapped together really nice and easy, easier than some of the other Build-A-Figures that we've had to assemble. And then we just put the shoulder pads back on. They just snap back on. And there is Cyborg, and he is quite hefty. I'm gonna have to lean back for at least this close-up shot real quick so you can see him, and he looks great. So for comparison, here he is foot to foot next to Wonder Woman. She barely comes up to tip of the helmet, halfway on his shoulder there. This is a big boy. This is a big Cyborg figure. He's He is absolutely massive. Fully articulated head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders. Now, those shoulder pads don't flex very well. Yes, they're a soft rubbery plastic, but due to the way they peg in, you go about that high before you start knocking pieces off. Upper bicep, double jointed elbows, wrist joints, upper torso, lower torso, thighs, inner socket thigh joints, single jointed knees, and a swivel just at the knee joint there. Really nice ratcheting ankles, mid foot joint, and you also have a single elbow joint on this one, and it kind of almost looks like you can rotate the cannon, but I don't know if it's actually meant to or if that's just kind of how the mold looks, but I'm not going to chance it right now, maybe risk breaking the figure. Overall, he looks really cool. I really like that head sculpt a lot. And I also kind of like how he's got like a little port on the back of his head that looks like where the Terminator chip goes on like a T800. Which is kind of interesting. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new DC Multiverse Wonderwoman from the Flashpoint year-long Cyborg Build-A-Figure with other characters from the Flashpoint comic. Is Flashpoint one of your favorite DC comic stories? Let me know in the comments down below. And which version of Flashpoint is now your favorite? Because we have multiple different versions of that story, and I believe there's been some continuations into that universe in the comics as well. So let us know down below what you like about Flashpoint and which version is your favorite. Like and subscribe and follow us on social media for more. Stay tuned for some of our other DC Multiverse content and check out some of the other reviews we do, because we do a wide variety of content here on Bay 12. Check out our sister website and channel, cooltoyreview.com, and like and subscribe to them. And make sure you check the main cooltoyreview.com website daily for all kinds of awesome toy news, reviews, and more. If you're looking for some awesome toys and merch, come by our physical location inside Order 66 Multiverse in the shops at Willowbend Mall in Plano, Texas, which also houses Order 66 Toys, the world's official all-Star Wars collectible toy store. And in case you're not local, they go live every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, and they ship all around the world, and they go live from their Facebook page. If you like Star Wars content, make sure you check out rebelscum.com, the world's oldest and largest Star Wars fan website not owned by Disney. There is daily Star Wars content, whether it's toy news, reviews, or something else. And like and subscribe to the rebelscum.com YouTube channel for all kinds of awesome Star Wars toy-related video content. And last but not least, check out our free archival website, collectorsoracle.com. I know Josh really wants to add DC Multiverse to it in the future, and we are currently in negotiations to possibly do that soon, so stay tuned because you might be able to start archiving DC Multiverse digitally on collectorsoracle.com. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Or is it a different time? Who knows?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.